yourself.
Okay,
today we're doing a mock test with, speak with your posh voice, what do you call him?
Johnny.
Johnny.
Johnny,
right. Johnny, tell him how many lessons you've had with me.
It's about 40, 60.
Have you?
About 20.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Not enough.
You've had 25 hours, but he's had no private practice at all, have you?
0.
0 private practice. And
I haven't been driving for 3.5.
And he hasn't been driving for a year and a half. He wants to do a mock test. So he's had 25 hours, no private practice, and we're going to do a mock test. Have you any questions before we start?
No questions, Ken.
Would you like me to tell you a little bit about the test, or you just want to get onto it?
I don't know. Do I need to know?
Not really, it's up to you. Not really worried.
Yeah, please tell me.
Well, you're going to be out for 38 to 40 minutes, depending on traffic. You're going to take in various traffic and road conditions. One manoeuvre you pass with that amazing train of yours.
The manoeuvre? What manoeuvre?
I say it's an amazing trainer.
Oh, the amazing trainer.
Yeah, and
best in the business.
And you're going to be following the signs of sat-nav. We're going to do signs at the end. Just throughout the drive, follow the road head at all times unless you're directed by signs and markings. Or else you turn, which will do some good time. Do you understand that?
Yeah. Yes.
I know I don't speak properly to you.
It's difficult.
You mock my twang. Right, one question before we start. Tell me how your chances of fault with anti-lock and brake system.
There would be a red ABS light would come on, Ken.
Good stuff. Okay, if you put your window up, I'll put the aircon on. And then if you just make your way out of here and turn left out of there, okay?
Can we have the window open?
I'm going to put the aircon on for you. To keep you nice and super cool. Chill, yeah. How are you then? How are you? Off you go. John, what's your surname? Rodney. No, we don't drive like a Rodney. And turn left. First minor error for the super cool Johnny. He looks right, left, right. It's safe to go, and he just sits and waits for this learner driver to turn for some reason. He should have just pulled straight out. It was safe to go.
Just checking what this fella's doing.
At the end of the road, we're turning left.
Don't indicate.
No, you're on the ball, aren't you? Convenient place on the left.
Yes, sir.
Start of independent drive. Drive to the end of that road, turn left, then follow signs for Dolly. In your own time when you're ready. I'll change them, but I'll tell you in plenty of time. Second minor error for Johnny. If he gets to look over his right shoulder before moving off, again, could have been a serious fault if there'd been anybody in his blind spot. Third minor error for Johnny. He just comes up to the junction. You can see a couple of car lengths back that it's clear. He could have gone in second gear, or at best done a roll in first, stopped on the rise and brake and just gone without stopping. But he just comes and stops at the junction when it's safe to proceed. First serious fault for Johnny. He pulls out onto the national speed limit road and he drives at 34 miles an hour. Now there's a blue van following, white and blue van behind, and it's getting closer and closer, and it just decides to overtake. And this is where accidents happen when people overtake. It's one of the worst manoeuvres you can do. So if you're not sure about speed limits, it's easy to miss a speed sign. When you get onto these country roads, there's no street light and there's no repeater signs, then you know you're on a 60 road. So this type of road, you should be looking about 40-45 miles per hour. But he drove too slow and the van behind just got a bit sick and just overtook him. Minor fault number 4 for Johnny. He stops too far back here from the car in front, the blue van. His explanation was that he wanted to see the lights, but there was a queue of traffic, so he didn't really need to see the traffic lights. I had this happen on test, and the examiner said it was just a waste of road space. If everybody kept this gap between cars, the queues would be a mile long.
I want to keep the lights in. This one here. I wanted to keep the lights in the red ones, but we'll get it going.
fifth minor error for Johnny for undue hesitation. Just comes to the roundabout and stops again. It's clear to go. Now the dangers of this is if there's a car following you behind and they can see it's clear, they're going to anticipate you driving onto the roundabout. Now if you don't go, they could go into the back of you. So it's his fifth minor error. Sixth minor error for Johnny. Driving up to the roundabout, he hasn't slowed down, he just puts it into second gear. If you're going to put it into second gear, you need to slow down, then change down, match the gear to the speed of the car. But he just slams it into second gear.
That was a good, wasn't it?
Second serious fault for Johnny. It's for undue hesitation. It's an habitual fault. So he's just coming up the roundabouts and stopping. Now you can see to the right on approach that there's a bus coming from 12 o'clock in the left lane. Johnny should be just driving straight onto the roundabout, but again he just stops. This is his second serious fault for undue hesitation. Johnny Bishop Auckland A688 is right third exit. Serious fault number 3 for Johnny. He's asked to go right third exit. He's in the left lane. All he needs to do is just to go left and I'll redirect him. But he contemplates trying to go over to the far right lane. He doesn't do it. He eventually goes left. But in the meantime, the lights have changed to green and he's just sitting there. So it's a serious fault number 3.
No. I'm confused. That's for A688. That one. I remember it might be in the wrong lane. Okay. Should I move? It's green, isn't it? Okay.
light's on green, you need to go left.
Okay, that's fine.
Then take the next road to the left. You've just gone off route, but I'll redirect
This
you
one?
next left. Seventh minor error for Johnny. He fails to check his mirrors before indicating left. He also didn't signal left at the roundabout, but I didn't mark it because the lights has changed, so it didn't affect anybody at all. So I didn't mark that one. Minor error number 8 for Johnny. He goes round this corner with the clutch down. You need to bring the clutch up on approach to the junction so it helps control the speed of the car. Johnny misses his mirrors again for turning left here, but I've not marked this either because I feel I gave him the instruction too late. So that was my fault, he didn't use mirrors. So I'll take the blame for that one. Next left.
Up this way?
Just follow around the right, just a bend. And then at the end of the road, turn left, and I'm going right third exit for Bishop Auckland. It's A680. Driver fault number 9, he misses his mirrors again before indicating left. Now I'm not taking the blame for this one because I gave him the instruction in plenty of time.
I'm not sure why I went over there. I think it's...
So we're going right third exit for Bishop Auckland, A680.
Turning right.
Serious fault number 4 for Johnny. I've asked him to turn right, third exit for Bishop Auckland, A688. You can clearly see in front of you that it's the right lane. He decides to proceed in the middle lane and then just cut across at the last second. So serious fault number 4.
Yeah, so I should be in this lane, isn't it?
It says here 167, doesn't it?
Yeah. Shit, am I stopping here? Give us a song. It's a very confusing roundabout, that one.
Full of signs, Bishop Auckland. Yeah.
It's difficult with
Still Bishop Auckland.
the sign placement is terrible. Straight ahead. And the road markings as well is quite.
Mine errors number 10 and 11. He leaves a very lane to move into the right lane. When you know you turn right on a dual carriageway, normally I tell my pupils as soon as it's safe to do so, get yourself into the right lane. The second minor fault was for, he's looked in the middle mirror about 3 times, but he needs the door mirror. That's the most important one. Now what he does is he starts to move over and then looks in mirrors. He needs to look in mirrors first because he needs time to react in case there's anything there. Go back round. Now just count the X as you go around. It was number 4. We just pulled out of there. We want number 4. Put your signal button. Here's number 1. We want number 4. Mine error number 12. John, when you come to mini roundabouts, look, you need to look to the right. He doesn't look to the right. You could argue that he looked out the corner of his eye, but you don't want to come to a mini roundabout and look out the corner of your eye. If you watch your eyes approaching this roundabout, you barely look to the right. Now, I can't really give you a serious fault because there was nothing there, and you could argue the toss that you could see out your corner of your eye, but you should be turning your head and looking to the right here. Following the signs from town centre. Driver fault number 13 for John. Again, there's no mirrors before he signals right. I'll direct you back from here.
Left? Geezer. You gotta check the crossings, it's very important.
Well done, you.
I learned it. Scanning, it's all looking pretty clear. That's good.
At the roundabout, turn right, it's the second exit. Mine error number 14 for John. He puts the signal on far too early. There's this junction on the right hand side before the mini roundabout. At the roundabout, turn left. 15th minor error for John. He doesn't check his mirrors before indicating left at the roundabout. 16th minor error for John. He puts the signal on for left, but then it cancels itself and he doesn't reapply it. Seventeenth minor error for John. He doesn't anticipate the lights changing. He's doing 30 miles per hour, and when you're doing them speeds on a 30 road, when you're approaching green traffic lights that have been on green for a long time, you need to take your foot off the gas as you get closer. He reacts late to them changing.
Back up, light.
Serious fault number 5 for John. He reaches 38 miles per hour on this road, and he also does it further down the road. So this is serious fault number 5 for speeding. Pull up the convenient place on the left. And then driving when you feel ready. Minor error number 18 for John. He forgets to look over his blind spot again before he moves off from the side of the road. He's just relying on his mirrors. Driver fault number 19 for use of mirrors. He sees the 40 signs and he accelerates quite aggressively. He needs to look in mirrors before you do this, because this is where other cars like to overtake. Think about it, if somebody was overtaking you, you wouldn't be able to put your foot down because you'd force them into the oncoming traffic. At the roundabout, turn left. Serious fault number 6 for Johnny. He's in the right lane. He has to use his mirrors to move back to the left lane. You could get anything coming down the left lane. Left lane, for example, buses, motorbikes, taxis, cars. But he doesn't check any mirrors to move back to the left.
So far, so good.
Yeah, pretty impressive. Minor fault number 20 for John. He's going up quite a steep hill here and he hasn't built enough speed up, and he goes into third gear and the car starts to cough and splutter on, so he has to go back to second gear. He should have just left it in second gear until he got a bit more speed up. Road to the right, just round this bend.
This one?
Yes.
Shit, why the fuck am I?
Driver fault number 21 for John. The signal comes off and he fails to reapply it.
Easy.
And can you pull up on the right hand side of the road? I'll just ignore that. Can you see that big red sign where it says CAF 22? Yellow right, that's where I want you to turn left. The second left, this is the first one. We want the next left. Then can you just take your time in here and follow the road markings, and then can you drive it forward into a bay of your choice?
Yeah.
This can be the left or the right hand side. I'm not really worried, just pick one. you reverse it back out. Now pay special attention to your road markings. Line error number 22 for John. He does a bit of dry steering before he gets the car moving. You need to start moving first and then put the steering on. Apparently it can damage your tyres and knock your steering mechanism out. Can you pull up really close to the second parked car? This one here, just pull in here.
This one?
Yes, but leave enough room to move off, about a car length. Further forward. That'll do. Thank you. And then you just drive on when you're ready. 7th serious fall for Johnny. He fails to look over his right shoulder. Now this is the 3rd time he's done this, so it now becomes a serious fault. At the end of the road, turn left. And then take the next immediate right. Road to the right. Can you drive it forward into a bay of your choice? If you just turn right here and put it in there now. Steady here, turn right here.
Straighten out.
No, that's fine. Right, how do you think you've done?
It was interesting.
It was interesting.
I just got confused in the middle. I just got a little bit confused.
What with?
It was all the signs on the road mark. The A168 to Bishop Auckland.
Have a guess how many serious faults you've got. Go on.
I wouldn't like to speculate.
Dear me, John. You're getting shot. You've got 7.
7.
7.
Wow, that's not good.
Right, you know the first one. You know when you went on the country road, what was the speed limit?
Was it 30?
60.
60.
What did the blue van do?
He went past me.
Why was he go past? Why did he overtake you for?
Because he was a speed freak. He's a wild child.
Because you were driving like an old granny. You were driving too slow. Second serious fault. Stopping at roundabouts. You come to the first junction, it's clear to go, you stop. Come to another roundabout, clear to go, you stop. Okay, so we come to a roundabout, you stop. Junction, first of all, you stop, it's clear to go. Come to another roundabout, you stop, it's clear to go. Come to another roundabout, you stopped, it was clear to go, and there was a blue car behind that brake quite heavy. Then after that, they stopped really far back from you. What did you say? You thought it was okay?
I thought it was okay to stop at roundabouts to exercise extra caution.
To exercise extra caution? Well, think about it. You know.
That's what you told me, Ken.
Did I? What's on video?
You told me that.
Right. If what's the dangers of stopping at a roundabout when there's nothing coming?
I didn't think there were any. I didn't think that there were any.
Well, imagine if you're following me, I'll come to the roundabout, you can see on approach roundabout that's clear to go. What would you anticipate me doing?
You'd expect them to keep on.
So what could I do?
Into the back.
Exactly. Right, next one. Green traffic lights. Percent of the traffic lights are on red and then they'll change to green. What did you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
I was confused. So
What?
because I knew that I was in the wrong lane.
Right, well you weren't in the wrong lane. What did the lane say? It said it was in the wrong lane if you wanted to go to Bishop Auckland, but where we were supposed to be, all you had to do was just turn left. You can't get wrong.
Yeah.
So we sit on the lights for ages, and then the lights eventually changed to red just as we're going through. Road markings, then we come to the next roundabout, we come back round, then the third lane said A167, the right lane said A688, and that's where we're supposed to go, so you just cut across the lane. You got a series full for that. Speeding, twice you're up to 38 miles per hour, and when we come back after the bus lane, when we come past the bus lane, there was no mirror checks. You could have had anybody come up the left hand side of you. And what's that one, Sam?
Blind spots.
Did you ever look over your right shoulder?
No.
No, why is that?
Because the mirror.
The blind spot, you know you've got to look over your shoulder before you move on. Not now. You didn't. Right, we're going to have to put all this stuff right. Have any questions before I turn that off? Did you thought you passed the what?
I didn't want to say.
Why is that?
To be sure.
You are? We've got some work to do there, so we're going to go back round and put all this stuff right, okay?
We're going to put it right.
Well, you are. I'm going to help you.
Hold tight.
You are.